back here. I will be back here. And I will be back with another vengeance.
Yeah, we'll lick our wounds. We'll get over this. We'll be fired up for next year.
Garoppolo has time, stands in, going deep, going for it all, and it's caught for the touchdown! On fourth down, Deebo Samuel for 6. Garoppolo's got all day. He's going to launch it deep down the field, going for it all, and getting it! Emmanuel Sanders, not touched, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he scores! 75-yard bomb from Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders. Wilson, pressure off the edge, releases it, and it is intercepted by Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw now on the return. As he's still on his feet with blockers in front, Dre Greenlaw down the sideline. Can you believe this?
Looks like football, baby.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown for George Kittle. Goff throws and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Warner. Fred Warner for the touchdown. Jeff Wilson has come in at running back. Garoppolo's throw is caught by Jeff Wilson. He's going to score a touchdown for the 49ers.
And the pass is going to be picked off by Bosa. Nick Bosa. Can't bring him down till he gets to the 8-yard line. Wow.
Now Evans in the slot. Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an interception last year, and he returns it all the way for a 49ers touchdown, 32-yard.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play. And the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody.
Feels great, baby.
Goes in mode. It's a pivot handoff to Deebo. Looks to throw. He will throw wide open. Touchdown. San Francisco. They throw it. They don't throw it with Garoppolo. They throw it with Deebo Samuel to Juwan Jennings on a 24-yard touchdown.
Ha! Holy fucking shit, gold-blooded motherfuckers. Just like Deebo Samuel, we're fucking doing it all over here. This fucking motherfucker is throwing fucking touchdowns, running for touchdowns, pretty much winning the fucking football game. I don't know why he's not playing cornerback, but that's an argument for another time. But just like Deebo is shocking the NFL and all the mainstream cucks who haven't been watching this fucking freight train all season, I'm going to surprise some people with what I'm going to say tonight. Let me tell you, motherfuckers, instead of arguing about who's been the fan, who was hot on this one, no. There's no time for that. That's what the off season's for. Acting like cunts, arguing about that nonsense. This is playoffs against our fucking blood rival. For all you new school cucks, this is what we dealt with growing up. The fucking cowboy situation. And let's be for real. They were coming off America's team in the 70s. They had Michael Irvin, fucking Troy Aikman, the white Jay-Z, fucking Emmitt Smith in the fucking 90s. We had battles. You motherfuckers, you new age cucks, Curran, you don't know anything about that. Tonight, we're not going to be arguing. We're going to be coming together as one. Not 49er Nation must come together. This is playoffs. We've had very few playoff opportunities with this podcast, Bob. Right? Think about it. In all the years, we've had what? Just the Super Bowl run.
2 Super Bowl runs.
No, we weren't a podcast the first year. We started the podcast the next year.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong?
Huh, maybe.
I don't know. Who does that? Madison? What was the first year? So regardless, we haven't had very many playoff runs. So playoffs are a different breed, and we have to come together, and we have to It's a team effort here. All hands on deck.
I hate to interrupt you.
It's okay.
What year were you born?
81?
So you were 13 the last time we played the Cowboys in the playoffs. It was a big deal for you, huh?
Yeah, I mean, when I was 13, that was my life, you know? Like, what the
You
fuck?
just said that like we've been dealing with it as adults, and these children have no idea.
No, but...
I didn't even know anything last time we played them. I was too young to...
Oh, no, I was huge into it. And plus, maybe because, like, Al Papa was a big Cowboys fan, so there was a rivalry there on that level. Even Shanahan made mention that the
franchises have had a huge, very long story.
And he said, the players don't know about the battles that these teams had, when his dad was coaching there. Exciting times. We got a lot to get into tonight. Bob, do you want to just start, or how do you want to go about this?
Yeah, we'll get this stuff out of the way.
I guess.
I got a long list for today, so.
Jesus, we got a lot of emails. We got a lot going on, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck. This is the playoffs. You thought Steve would have showed up for once.
Or the guy that's part of the podcast, though.
Oh, yeah, him too.
All right. The guy that quit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not arguing with you anymore.
All right, so before the game, we added Ambry Thomas. Since this is after we recorded, before the game, we added Ambry Thomas to the COVID-19 reserve list. We then took Ambry Thomas off the COVID-19 reserve list before everyone else. I'm guessing it was like a contact thing, not a testing thing or false positive or something. We also opened the practice windows for cornerback Emmanuel Mosley, wide receiver Mohamed Sanu, and safety Tavon Wilson. We waived tight end Tanner Hudson. We activated cornerback Dante Johnson, defensive back Jimmy Ward, cornerback K'Wan Williams off the COVID-19 list. We activated cornerback Emmanuel Mosley off the injured reserve list, and he played this week. We activated cornerback Darquez Denard and linebacker Mark Nazacha from the practice squad. Those were standard elevations. They both played in this game. We activated linebacker Curtis Robinson off the practice squad. That was a COVID-19 replacement. K'Wan Williams did not play, even though he was activated off COVID-19. It was something to do with not preparing for the game, not feeling prepared. It was really weird.
Really?
Yeah, it was very strange.
Huh. Because I would never mark him to be a guy I would.
No, I guess
unless they genuinely felt he would have been a hindrance in some way.
Well, that position was very important because it was going to be a lot of Cooper Kupp.
Right.
And we can get into that when we get into the game. But Dante Johnson did a great job filling.
Oh yeah.
Aziz Al-Shaair did not play. There was rumblings of him playing, but he did not. Marcel Harris has an Achilles going on. He did not play. Talanoa Hufanga did end up playing. We'll get into that because he actually left the game. Greenlaw played this week, looked much healthier than the last time we saw him play, where he only lasted part of a game. The big surprise before the game, the actual surprise was Trent Williams not playing.
Yeah, I didn't know. You said it was a thing all week, the elbow. I didn't know that. But
yeah, he didn't practice all week. No, you were busy telling us that Jimmy was not going to dress.
I said that once.
Jimmy was not going to play, was not going to even dress.
I said that once.
Yeah. No, you said it like it was a fact, though.
No, I was trying to make a fucking prediction. What the fuck? Yeah. You want bold predictions out of me? I made one. I was wrong.
Yeah, I know.
I know. We're supposed to come together here, and you.
Hey, I got to take my shots when I get them.
No, there's no shots tonight.
Oh, there's going to be more. Don't worry.
No, there's not.
Oh yeah,
I will go on strike.
Which, by the way, if Jimmy wasn't starting, he was obviously not dressing. Like he wasn't going to dress and play backup if he was injured. That was the irony of the statement.
I guess.
But the big surprise was Trent Williams with the elbow. So we all assumed, even the people that knew he had the elbow going on, assumed he was going to play because it's the game to get us in the playoffs. So it was very odd. And
Agreed.
Jimmy Garoppolo did play. He started. He played fine. It's kind of funny that everybody was being asked about it all week, and they were all like, I don't know why you guys keep asking us. We don't know what's going on. And then after the game, they're all like, yeah, we knew all week he was playing.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's why they keep asking you then. Don't get mad that they're asking you. If you do now you've just admitted it.
I mean, hats off to them because nobody even
they did
slipped
great.
A little bit,
Yeah.
we know the team better than most, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I would think.
But it was just don't act mad that people are asking because now you've told them you knew. So now next time it happens, they're going to think you know. Like that's the crazy part.
Right, yeah.
Like even if you don't know next time, they're going to keep asking because of this time.
Yeah.
You should have just never admitted it this time.
You should have said,
it was a
that
surprise to us, too.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
It really worked out, huh?
Super easy.
Like wink, wink.
During and after the game, Josh Norman was active but played 0 snaps.
Safe to say his time's probably done here, barring a major injury.
Yeah, he's going to stay on the roster because we've been so
Right,
light
because
in
we're
and
thin
out.
there.
But,
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was a patchwork for the year anyway.
Yeah,
And that's what he wanted, too. He wanted a shot at getting a ring, so.
I guess.
Mitch Wishnowsky is in the concussion protocol.
I have some things to say about this, but we'll get there.
Yeah, me too, because that whole... I'm sick of watching people announce games on TV that don't know what they're watching. We had, like, the best, quote-unquote, the Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, like the
Right.
Super Bowl
Yeah,
team,
yeah,
fucking...
yeah.
And there's a guy laying dead on the field, and they're, like, not... They don't acknowledge it.
Right.
I'm like yelling at the TV, like,
Yeah.
the guy's not moving.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
Okay, so... Okay, there's two you just brought up. Let's finish this, and then I want to go to that, and then we'll go. Okay.
Talanoa Hufanga did play. He left the game with the same knee. It's the same issue that kept him out a few games, and he did not return to the game. I've not seen an update, but I can't imagine that's great.
Yeah, I agree.
Jaquiski Tart left the game with a groin and did not return. The good news is the MRI came back good, and we're hopeful he'll be back in practice Wednesday, so we may see him this weekend. We are also hopeful to see Trent Williams, Azeez Al-Shaair, Marcel Harris, Trent Cannon, Mohamed Sanu, Tavon Wilson, and K'Wan Williams all back at full go this week.
Can I ask you a question about 2 or 3 of those guys in the middle of that
Sure.
list? Cannon, Sanu, and maybe Tavon Wilson.
Yep.
Are any of those guys in the risk of, when you start the IR practice squad and you're only allowed a certain amount of practices before you have to go back on, are any of those guys in?
No.
Okay.
They're not at risk yet.
Okay.
It hasn't been 3 weeks.
Okay.
The next one, Trey Sermon, was. Today he was activated off of IR because today was the expiration date of he either had to be activated today or he was done for the year.
Gotcha.
The rest of them, most of them were activated last week.
Okay.
K'Wan Williams is on the roster. He's already on the roster. Azeez is already on the roster.
Yep.
Marcel Harris is already on the roster. I think Cannon. A lot of these guys are already on the roster.
Gotcha. Okay. So first,
I think Sanu and Wilson just got activated their practice windows last week, so they have 2 more weeks they could stay on that.
Okay.
And they've been using that. Like Trey Sermon was probably okay last week, but we didn't need him, so it's like an extra roster spot.
Yeah. Keep
it's a
him there,
sneaky
stash
fucking
him
move.
there. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, first I want to say about
Mitchie?
Nope. We're gonna go to about the commentating.
Okay.
It was mind numbing. I thought we were getting the A squad, and so I said, "All right, I'm not gonna watch this game on mute. I'm gonna, Plus, this is a meaningful game. My wife is genuinely more engaged when the audio's there, So, okay, it was so bad. About 3/4 of the way through the first quarter, I hit mute and watched in silence up until when we received the punt or the kickoff that they in the second quarter. Mm-hmm. I watched in silence. At that point, Jessica came over and said, "I can't do this in silence anymore. You got to put something on." So I put on like The Cure, Pandora, more or less. Mm-hmm. And then they came down, scored 3, and dominated the rest of the game. And at one point, she was like, "Do we have to keep the depressing music on?" I was like, "Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes, we do." So that's that. So I will probably go with The Cure this week as well. About Mitch Wishnowsky, this is pretty much one of the few. I mean, there was a lot of negatives in the first half. Would you not say? Mm-hmm. One of the most glaring, I would say, was the play that he was injured on. It was a breakaway punt return, and another play where the kicker is having to sacrifice himself because who the fuck else is going to do it? Special teams, as good as they were on the patchwork and as good as the field goal and all that is,
that's still a problem.
That's still a major issue. And I think...
Yeah, it's by far the weakest link on this team.
I love Mitch's aggression, but you got to put a leash on him at this point. This is the playoffs. We can't not have... Yeah, we got lucky with Robbie Gould getting 20 yards on a roll, but that's got to be...
His second punt saved the game.
Right. Oh, was
that one didn't roll at all. That one was fair caught.
Oh, how deep was it? Deep? I don't know.
No, it was like 40. It was 42 yards, something like that. It was just enough though. It was the one with less than 2 minutes left in the game.
Okay.
I mean, when he decided to punt on that, I was like, "That's
Right,
ballsy."
so was I. I was like, "What are we
G.
doing?" Yeah, he really put it on the defense there. I thought it was over.
We'll start there. Normally we go in order, but we'll start there since it came up.
Okay.
That's a play that if that doesn't work out, everyone is talking about how terrible of a coach Kyle Shanahan is.
I would probably agree.
You would be no. You wouldn't probably agree. You'd be telling everyone right now that he needs to go, and that was the worst thing you've ever seen. And how do you give up? Everyone would, myself included. We would all be fucking irate with him.
Okay.
That's why we won the game.
I have something to say about Kyle Shanahan. You want me to say it now? Or you want me to
Let it rip.
Okay. This game was fucking crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. The first half was fucking painful to watch, especially knowing what the Saints were doing. Mm-hmm. It was fucking hard. I was 100% convinced at halftime that he should have pulled Jimmy. I was like, fuck Jimmy Garoppolo. To get him the fucking... He's incapable of... Yeah, I know he had the 3 points, but for the overall first half, he was not capable. The balls on Kyle Shanahan to keep Garoppolo. And because let's be for real. I'm not even saying that Jimmy's not the guy, but it was almost... to me, as just an observer... It was looking like his hand wasn't allow him to make the throws. And, it looked like his injury was genuinely hindering his play. So my absolute hats off. And I have a new level of respect for Kyle Shanahan after rolling with Jimmy there and him getting it done. Now, if it didn't end the way it did, there's no way these words are coming out of my mouth. But...
That's where we differ. This is what I've seen the whole time he's been our coach, and this is what I've been preaching since week 1, since the 4-game losing streak, since we drafted Trey Lance, all of that stuff. There's not a single coach in this league alive. There's not a live current coach that you could convince me I would prefer over Kyle Shanahan. There's more winning coaches. Bill Belichick's got a record of winning, but his quarterback left and won a Super Bowl with Bruce Arians. So is it Bill Belichick or is it Tom Brady? You cannot convince me that... Name a coach that's got a better winning percentage. You cannot convince me that if Kyle Shanahan had the roster or the players that coach had, that he wouldn't have won even more. I'm just not convinced there's another coach in this fucking league that's on his level. And there's going to be flaws. There's certainly going to be flaws. Look at the fucking guy at the Chargers. What the fuck was that guy doing? That guy called a timeout and ruined their season.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at the fucking the Raiders have had 3 coaches. The guy got fired. The guy's suing the NFL for firing him, and then they've got a special teams coach, and they're winning with a guy that had no history head coaching, because the head coach with all the history in Super Bowls got fired. They're playing better with this guy that's got no fucking...
I completely understand, okay. I have felt since Shanahan has been here, and I'm not saying it's not unwarranted, that, you and Steve have been, I'm not saying blind loving him, but you haven't been willing to criticize him as much as he's deserved, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's where we disagree, because I don't think he deserves it.
Okay.
I think he's the best coach in the NFL. I think he's not perfect. I don't think anyone's perfect. But,
right.
But there's no one better. There's no one. Look at Sean McVay. That guy fucking celebrated in the second quarter in the fucking end zone with his fucking players like a complete cunt.
Well, we've always agreed. We've always been in the same place with Sean McVay. He is a fucking... And he proved it. Why was he not penalized on that play?
Because he's a cunt.
But, no, you know what I mean? That's a penalty.
I couldn't agree more.
Again, I don't like penalties. Okay, so regardless...
All I'm saying is there hasn't been a coach in the last... I loved Steve Mariucci. I love, obviously, the coaching god of all coaching gods. We would all take him back if he was alive. But there's no one. There's no one that, when I like Mike Tomlin just because he looks like he's going to fucking punch someone, but I don't like him as a head coach.
I liked Harbaugh a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I don't like I don't like how he operated.
Yeah, just
you know what I
he's
mean?
a cunt. He makes everyone mad. He puts everyone
Right.
he coaches like he's coaching children, just like Urban Meyer, just like all these college coaches. And the difference is what Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have built here is why we came back from 17-0.
Right.
It's very easy for a team to give up
Same
there.
could be said why they're back in the playoffs after losing 4 games in a row
Yeah.
and being. I mean, 3-5 is more or less you're close to eliminated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
'cause it's not
these are
easy
dogs.
to then.
And these are players that put everything on that field. I mean, if you watch the end of that game, they're like barely able to get up. They're fucking hurt.
I was concerned that like, fuck, how are they going to
Yeah.
do this again next week? So,
And that's not the first time. We saw that. Remember that game where George could barely get up off the ground, and then we saw Debo do it a couple times. And here's the thing that goes unnoticed. So everybody in the league now is on notice with Debo Samuel, right? If he's not the best offensive weapon in the league, he's in the top 5 or 10.
Can I ask you a question? Why is he not in the MVP conversation?
It'll be a quarterback. It's just the way it's just the way it works.
It's insane. Without Debo Samuel, there is not a playoff run this year.
Correct. But without a good quarterback, I mean, you could take a team like Green Bay that has never put a great product on the field, and they're always in the playoffs because they got a good quarterback. But the difference is, take someone like Aaron Rodgers, right? Who's probably going to win MVP again because he's Aaron Rodgers. They go and draft another quarterback, and it's like World War III over there, right?
Yeah.
Prima donna, total fucking bitch mode. I'm not playing. I want to get traded. I want to go to the 49ers. I'm a fucking cunt, right?
Yeah.
Any player like that, right? Tom Brady, I want to go to a different team and prove that I'm the man. I want to go be the man somewhere else. Pick a wide receiver. They're all cunts. They're all fucking cunts. OBJ, I'm not getting the ball enough. Antonio Brown walked off the field. All the best players at these positions are total prima donnas.
Yeah.
Maybe not running back, because running back has gone to the point where nobody gives a fuck about running backs
Right.
anymore.
They make $4 million a year type of shit. Yeah.
Debo Samuel, our undisputed number 1 wide receiver at the beginning of the season, his coach says, I'm going to put you in the backfield and you're going to run some zone stretch. Okay. Now I'm going to put you in the backfield and I'm going to run you up the middle on power runs as a wide receiver. And what does Debo say? Okay,
yeah,
give me the
yeah.
ball, coach. Let's
Well,
go.
I mean, it's the same thing as, you know, the highest paid tight end in league history desiring to block over catch. You know 100%. What I mean? Same.
And this is John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan deserve credit for finding people with this character.
Yes, and I'm not saying they're not doing a good job at putting these types of things together, but you know that what I desire results more than anything. Kyle Shanahan is still not at 500 as a head coach, and these are things that, you know, I don't give a fuck about 500, but that does speak to his abilities to win meaningful football games.
Okay. We're not going to agree, so we'll just move on.
But I'm not arguing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree with you, so we're going to move on.
Okay.
So Kern wins the predictions. He was pretty goddamn close, actually.
Yes, you said this.
28 to 22.
Hold on. Before,
which sounds not close, but is really close.
It's...
You know? Like,
how
it
many
just
points
sounds...
is it?
Only
Oh,
3.
3, yeah.
But it just doesn't sound as close. Like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, I got to be close because I said 27. No, he crushed me.
Oh, you nailed... Oh, well... Oh, you did nail the Niners, but you were off on the other one. Okay, yeah, even I was 9.
Yeah, like it just doesn't sound close.
It doesn't feel
but
that
it's really
I
close.
would be closer than you.
Yeah,
you know,
the whole thing feels weird, but he was close.
So, all right, where'd you watch the game?
Home,
children,
around.
They watched it or no?
No, not really.
Didn't care. I know you've never done cocaine, but I would imagine that watching the second half of this game was the closest you'll ever feel.
No, you know what this was? You know what it was for me? It was very roller coaster. There were 3 times when I thought this game was over and we lost.
Yeah.
At least. And like defeated. Like not even like maybe we lost. Like
there's no way to come back from this.
Yeah, it's over. We lost.
You can't come back from this.
When Jimmy threw the pick,
the second one.
It was over.
The second one.
Yep.
Right?
Over,
Yeah, no
over
question.
in my mind.
No question.
And like obviously looking at the clock, it's not over.
Right.
And then when he punted, over. It's over. 100% over.
Even if you get the ball back, you got no timeouts.
It's over. Yep. Over.
Or they
in my
use
mind.
the timeouts on the defense.
It's the whole
there,
thing.
Right?
And, and to pull it out against that and like...
So I could tell you this. Okay, so the first half, let's talk about the first half. First half was a fucking absolute debacle. Jimmy throws a pick. It didn't look like he could complete a pass. It was like chaos, right? Would you not agree?
Yeah, and none of that was his thumb. I know it looked like it just because we knew he was injured,
right.
But none of it was.
No, the running game really wasn't working at that point. And it's not that the Rams were even doing much either, because our defense kept us in that game in the first half.
I mean, they scored on their first 2 drives. That was scary. Then they scored on their third drive. That was really scary. When they got points on the first 3 drives,
Okay.
They were doing to us what we do to teams. 9-minute, 13-play drives and just grinding us down.
Right.
And it felt bad.
But, like, it was so frustrating because the defense would hold them to 3rd and long, and then they'd fucking hit Cooper Kupp or they'd hit fucking OBJ. So frustrating. Happened 2 or 3 times in the first half. So at one point, like we spoke earlier, Wisnowski gets hurt in the first half, which fucks everything up. That fucks our holding game up. That fucks because Wisnowski's the holder for field goals. That fucked up, our punting. So, okay, it's determined that Bobby G is going to do the punts, and Kyle Juszczyk will make the holds there. So, towards the end of the first half, we get the ball back. Or how's it go, right? They punt to us. We get the ball back with 3:05 left, right? Or was it? No, just 38 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get the ball with 38 seconds. Jimmy shows the first signs of competency. Keep in mind, at this point, Matthew Stafford was like 15 of 16 for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns or something along those lines. So Jimmy hits Ayuk, who busts open one for almost 20 yards. Jimmy hits Ayuk again, but he laterals to Debo, who ends up fucking with nearly a first down. JaMychal Hasty did something phenomenally. Then he hits Ayuk. Jimmy hits Ayuk deep. So at this stage, you really don't know what to think, but I still, in my heart of hearts, I said, he's got to pull him. He's got to give. Jimmy doesn't have it today. Then Bobby G hits the 42-yard field goal with fucking Kyle Juszczyk holding, and then the second half. Then there was a straight-up role reversal in the locker room.
The first drive, the opening drive for the Rams is where I got really scared because we come out really strong. They couldn't run the ball. They had nothing.
Right.
We were crushing them on the run. Their first 3rd down is 3rd and 12. This is after they false started at home on the first drive. Okay? When you false start at home, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay? And that, to me, says, this is on, right?
Yeah.
And the crowd is loud as fuck. It's clearly all 49ers fans. And this is early.
They said it was like 60-40 Niner fans.
This is early. So we haven't seen the full force yet.
Right.
The very first 3rd down is 3rd and 12 after a false start and a fucking loss of yards. So I'm going, here we go. Let's fucking go. And they convert. And now I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And so then 1st and 10, they're trying to run again. They're getting nowhere.
Oh, they could not run there. Yeah.
Now it's 3rd and 9, another long 3rd down. Now not only do they convert for 46 yards. And now they're deep in our territory. And now I'm going, what the fuck is the problem with this defense? We're getting them in 3rd and longs, get to Stafford, and fucking do this. And it's not looking pretty. That's where I really started to get uncomfortable. Held them to a field goal, wasn't too scared. And then the 2 touchdown drives, now I'm not happy. Not in a good place. And the clock is running. Like, it's going
Oh, yeah. Faster
fast.
than... yeah. Usually
not a lot of drives.
Our last 4 games have started at 4:30 and ended at like 8 o'clock at night. They've been the slowest, most painful fucking games going.
We had 4 possessions in the whole first half.
Right.
Punt, interception, field goal. And I'm not in a good place.
No, I am not either. It's 17-3. I'm talking to international cunts. I said, do I even need to say what has to happen? He's got to put Lance in. Fuck it. Lose with the future at this point. Fuck it, right?
Yeah,
That's my
That's
theory.
so insane to me. That to me is why we will never agree on anything that this team does, because that's such a blind way to look at things when like where we are is because of how we got there.
But what I'm saying is, to me, it appeared that Jimmy wasn't capable of doing it, making all the throws.
Yeah.
Based on the first half. That's where I'm at that point.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that the field goal drive showed that he can throw the ball and do it. He
Yeah,
did it.
I hear
and
you.
it's just to think that like a rookie is what we need in that type of situation is so mind blowing to me that like when I read it online and see people saying it, I'm like, who the fuck would even think that? And then you say it, and I'm like, I guess more people than I imagined.
But
it never once crossed my mind that Trey Lance should be in that game.
okay.
Never once.
I don't know.
It didn't, because it wasn't just Jimmy blowing the game. Like everything, there was other problems, and it wasn't just like.
Yeah, no, I hear you, but again, there was a lot of Jimmy made a lot of mistakes. The interception in the first half, the second half interception, that was kind of fucked up. I don't know. Was that George's fault? What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't remember it exactly.
Okay, so so much happened in this game. It's hard to remember.
Oh, that was the one that like bobbled around.
It was right on the end zone. Yeah. So
well,
okay.
what was crushing about that one is we had scored. We come out at the halftime.
Right. So okay, let's start there. So Niners come out at halftime. They put it together. Right. 7 plays, 75 yards. Who gets the touchdown? Debo ran it in from 16 yards. It was one of those Debo runs that, it doesn't look like it's going to go, and then he just hits the corner, and you realize, oh, he's gone. Like, at this point. I knew. I said, oh, he's in. So
it was pretty impressive to get that ball over the pylon.
It was extremely fancy footwork. And
like, I thought he was out
acrobatics.
as soon as I saw the replay, I saw he's in, but I was like, damn, that's
So
that's
at
impressive.
this point, it's 17-10, and I feel like we have life.
It's a ball game.
Right. I feel like we're in this.
It's not a lock, but it's a ball game.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Defense comes out and fucking
Lights out.
shuts the fucking game down.
Let me tell you something about the defense in the second half.
That first possession by the Rams, I literally, we score the touchdown and I go, okay, it's a ball game. And after that defensive stand, and now the crowd's going fucking apeshit.
Yes.
Now I know it's a home game.
It's crazy
It's
how loud
insane.
it is. Even Jessica said, oh, no. I'm sorry. I had the music still on. So I was just basing this off of, because I had the words on the screen. And they were saying, like.
When we come out, so we score, and I'm going, okay, it looks okay.
Right.
I feel okay. I can breathe again. Now I can watch the game and see what happens. When the defense makes that stop, that next set of downs for the Rams, the crowd is going fucking apeshit, first of all.
Yes.
The defense shuts them down in like second. I mean, it was less than a minute possession. It was like, and the fucking crowd's going apeshit, and now the defense is fired up because it's a fucking game.
Yeah,
right?
it was 90 seconds they had the ball from return to punt.
Then we come out and hand off the ball and run 10 straight running plays.
10 straight.
Literally up their asshole. And they can do nothing about it.
They've
got nothing. They've got no answer. We have run the ball. Mitchell, Hasty, 2 Debos, another 2 Mitchells. Jimmy fucking quarterback sneaks it with a busted thumb. 2 more Mitchells. And I'm going, they have no answer for us.
No.
They have nothing.
Yep.
And we're literally breaking them in half. And this is a drive to tie the game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going, this fucking game is ours now.
Yeah.
Everything is turned. The crowd is into it.
Oh, yeah.
And then he hands off to Debo.
I knew he was throwing right away.
Debo runs to the corner.
I knew.
And it's like,
throwing.
leaves his feet and throws the ball. Like, completely insane. Hits Juwan Jennings, who almost drops it. And now, the part I don't understand, here's what I don't understand about this play. After the game, they're talking about it, and they said how it just got put in this week. But he tried it with Ayuk. I'm like,
right.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Exactly.
So now.
Maybe they meant into the game plan. It wasn't in prior, and they just, maybe, I don't know.
So now the Rams come out again. Defense is on fire yet again, right?
Yep. So it's tied at this point,
Yes.
straight up. Yes.
And it's over in my mind, and we won.
Right.
Like, it's over. We're dominating them. We're going to blow them out now.
I'm not that confident. And let me tell you something. Okay, so let me tell you where I'm at right now. It's tied, okay? We kick off to them, right, after the Debo thrown touchdown. My heart is racing, Rob. I am my hands are clammy, and I probably hit my rig 65 times in the third quarter alone. My feeling was those 2 possessions, The first one where the defense was just crushing, and the 10 rush were the two that changed the game. Both lines, offensive and defensive, turned it up a notch that the opposing offensive and defensive line did not have answers for. The front four on the defense was they were all wrecking crews. Arden Key, DJ Jones, fucking Bosa raping your mother, and Eric Armstead leading the way like the fucking veteran he is. The offensive guys, without the man 71, those 10, they were opening up, gaping. They were gaping, Rob. 2 fists in, gaping those holes.
So you're sweating when we kick off to them.
Just because I'm so nervous. I'm worked up.
I'm opposite. I've gone the other way. It's
No.
over. We won.
No. I know we're in for a nightmare. I know it's not over.
Then their first down on the next possession is a 6-yard sack by DJ Jones, and now I know it's over.
Okay.
Now they're fucked.
Yeah.
Then he throws the interception, and I go, couldn't go better.
Yeah.
It couldn't possibly go better.
Yeah, sure.
And then we go 3 and out, and I'm like, that was weird after how well we're playing.
But still, okay, we're in the game. I hear you.
Yep. So
Still
then
the third quarter at this juncture.
defense forces a punt.
Yeah.
They move the ball a little bit finally. Defense forces a punt. Okay. And
So
then,
now we're at the start of the fourth, just so everybody's clear.
and Jimmy drives the field again.
Yeah, this is where I'm feeling good, but my heart is still racing, Bob. I'm still feeling like I've done way too much cocaine.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like the 2 overdoses I had on the cocaine. I'm feeling like that.
Now we're in their red zone, and we get a false start, which is a little weird. But it's 2nd and 14. We're still in field goal range. We're still, we're going to take the lead in my mind. And Jimmy throws the pick.
At the very least, we're getting a 3-point lead, I thought.
Yep. And Jimmy not only throws the pick, but it's like a bobbling, circus catch by Jalen Ramsey. And I fucking hate Jalen Ramsey so goddamn much.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
The play where he tried to act like he was going to fucking smash Debo, and Debo didn't fall. Have you seen that replay?
Yes.
He stops him for a loss or 0 gain. So he did. It was a good play.
Yeah.
But he thinks like he's going to level Debo, and Debo just stares at him. And then there was a play later in the game with the same thing, and Debo fucking blew him up.
The first play you might be talking about, I don't know if it's the same one, but there was only like 1 or 2 plays where Debo was stopped for little or no yardage. Mm-hmm. And on one of them, he was like, somebody had like grabbed his legs, but he hadn't gone down yet, and he stiff-armed somebody else while he was being tackled.
Yeah,
he just it looked like he punched somebody. It was fucking phenomenal. Okay. Continue.
They drive the field, score a touchdown. Now I'm nervous. Not feeling good.
Off the Jimmy interception, yeah.
We go 3 and out. Now I'm really feeling bad.
Yeah.
We punt. This is when we punt.
There's
it's inside the 2-minute warning.
Oh yeah.
But we've got our timeouts.
Right. It's like just before the 2-minute warning, I thought, or was it? Click the punt there. Yeah, just before.
No.
No? Oh, okay. Sorry. You're right.
So we punt just inside the 2-minute warning because we're not getting that break, but we have all 3 timeouts. And I'm going, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because it's 4th and 18. We're deep in our territory.
But I don't think we're going to get the ball back because of the time. That's what I'm worried about.
I completely agree.
All they have to do is get a first down.
Yeah.
And we're fucked. So they come out and they're real cautious. They run it 3 times. We stop them all 3 times. And after the first 2, I go, all right, it's 3rd and 7. It's like a minute and a half to go. We've got no more timeouts now. You go for the jugular if you're Sean McVay.
Yeah.
You go for the jugular.
You got it.
1 first down. First of all, you've got the best receiver in the league by everyone's measure. Cooper Kupp's the best.
Yep.
You've got OBJ. You've got a good tight end. Why aren't you trying to get a first down there? And they don't even show any hint of it.
Nothing.
He's so confident in his defense.
Which doesn't make any sense.
It's insane that he's going to run it again.
Yeah.
And they only run off another 6 seconds or whatever they run off.
Yeah.
They get us the ball, and Jimmy gets the ball with 1 minute and whatever seconds left.
I thought it was less.
133, 130 something.
127. He's at
0 timeouts.
At our 12-yard line.
0 timeouts.
Yes.
And
we need 7.
And we need Yes, we need 7.
Yeah.
100%. To just a tie.
Just to tie.
Just to tie.
Just to go to overtime.
And first and 10, he hits Brandon Ayuk for 21 yards. And I go, all right.
Okay.
We're in business.
And did he get out of bounds?
Yes.
Yes, and he got out, which was nice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Jimmy gets us, or did he get him? I think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Jimmy gets us up there. Now he passes to Jennings for another 5. That one kind of made me mad because the clock's running and we got to get up and get going. But Jimmy was calling plays at the line and we didn't have to spike it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good about the way Jimmy's running the offense. And now he hits Debo for 43 yards in the third play of the drive.
That's the game changer.
And Debo made that play.
Oh, no question.
He juked a couple guys. I'll tell you another thing. If his shirt's tucked in, he might score a touchdown.
He said that too.
There was a couple of those.
Yeah.
Now I'm feeling really good. Now we're at their 19, and we still got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Well,
we get up and we spike the ball.
Yeah. Yep.
And as we're spiking the ball, Debo catches their guy offsides. Their guy didn't get back to their side on time.
Okay.
And Debo is screaming at the ref. And the ref finally throws the flag. Now, 2 great things about that.
See, I knew there was a penalty, but without listening, because I had music on, without hearing the...
Here's what's incredible about it.
Okay.
It's 5 yards.
Right.
We're 5 yards closer to a touchdown.
Yeah.
We go to their 14.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of 2nd down and 10 because of a fucking spike.
Because we spiked it, right.
It's fucking first and 5.
Gotcha.
So now we've got 4 downs to get in the end zone instead of 3, which is fucking huge.
Okay. Yes.
And we're 5 yards closer.
Correct.
Turns out, didn't matter. Throws an incomplete pass to Debo. I assume it's going to be Debo. We're going to just throw the ball to Debo 3 times.
I was thinking Kittle, too.
I'm thinking 3 times to Debo at this
Yeah,
point.
I was thinking we were going to get a shot to Kittle.
And 2nd down, Juwan Jennings walks in.
Walks in.
Hits him. Not even close.
Yeah.
No one close.
They were doubling Ayuk up top, and then he came underneath and had it.
So we get the ball with a minute and I think it was 27
27,
seconds.
yeah, that's what it is. 127.
Jimmy scored so fast that I was concerned that we left them too much time and they were going to get a field goal.
100%.
How insane is that?
100% felt the same way.
That's the most insane shit in the world. 26 seconds we gave them.
I felt that nervous. I felt that's 59 seconds.
I mean, yeah. What was the Aaron Rodgers one?
37.
It took Jimmy 1 minute and 1 second to get 7 points.
Right. So I feel the same way. I'm still a nervous wreck. I feel that they're going to come down. I don't think we're going to overtime.
Absolutely.
I think we're losing. I say to Jessica, we're losing still. She's like, how could you say this? I said, because they're going to come down. So
it gets better. So they get a pretty good play.
They have 1 timeout left, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
At that stage, yeah.
So no, they had 2.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, they had 2. Here's the best part. So they have 2 timeouts, okay? 1st down, they get a pretty good gain. 12 yards to their 37.
And he gets out of bounds.
They just need a field goal.
Right.
They just need a field goal.
He gets out of bounds.
No, timeout.
Okay.
So they use their 2nd timeout. 21 seconds left. Okay?
Yeah.
1st and 10. Armstead sacks him.
Yes.
Minus 3 yards.
Yes.
Now that's their 34-yard line.
Yeah.
There's a good 17 seconds on the clock.
Right.
They just let the clock run.
Very odd.
They don't call their timeout.
Why?
And because they're shook. They're shook.
Oh, they were. They're
right. Fucking shook.
But I'm saying,
how do you not call that timeout?
They were
and take a shot. They're so afraid that we're going to pick him off and run it back that they'd rather go to overtime.
Let me tell you something. I think they're so shook they lose to Arizona this week.
Oh, that could happen.
I think Arizona comes to their house and takes them. Okay, regardless.
So coin flip.
Yes.
Fred Warner 2 for 2 on the day.
Right.
Hits for heads.
Calls heads.
Wins it.
Tails.
We take the ball. Jimmy drives the
good.
field. I really wanted a touchdown. I wanted a walk-off just because that celebration of a walk-off. That's a beautiful thing.
He could pull his penis out.
And we got all the way
television.
to their 6.
Yes.
I'll tell you another thing. When Juwan Jennings walked in to tie it,
yes,
I shit you not.
I
wanted to so bad.
He's
so fucking bad. But if it goes wrong, it happened to Harbaugh. Remember, he went
both
a couple
Harbaughs.
weeks ago. No, just a couple weeks ago. John went for it and it failed. I was like, I wanted it so bad, just because I feel like this is how much I love Kyle Shanahan. This is how much of a fan I am. I feel like if you give him one play from the 1 yard line for 2 points to go to the playoffs, he beats every defense in this league. That's just the way I feel. And I know it's not right. I know he's going to get it wrong sometimes. That's just in that moment. I'm glad we did.
I don't feel that way.
Because if we lose the coin toss, it's a whole different. Everything changes as soon as you lose that coin toss.
Oh yeah.
But then I wanted the touchdown. I just wanted that walk off.
Oh yeah, because I didn't
so
want
bad.
because again I feel like I thought it was gonna. So when we kick the field goal from the 6, which first of all, it's sketchy because we have Kyle Juszczyk holding. You know what I mean?
I'm not there yet. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
When the pass to Jimmy Garoppolo to Kittle on third down was such a bum out to me because it's clear that he's not getting in when you throw it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, take a sack before you throw that ball. George isn't getting in on that.
Yeah.
I wanted a walk off so
No,
bad.
I hear you.
And this is why. Sean McVay made me want a walk-off by celebrating in the end zone. Because you get to celebrate on their field in his face with a walk-off.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't get the walk-off. We get the field goal. And I feel great about the way the defense is playing. All the defense has to do is hold them. Even if they get a field goal, we continue. It's probably a tie. We both make the playoffs.
Right. That's
right.
So
that's where I'm at. Just keep them out of the end zone.
After we make the field goal, I'm pretty confident that this game is going to end in a tie.
Yeah,
that's
at the best. At the worst, I mean.
Yes.
Because you figure McVay, if he gets close, he knows all he's got to do is tie to get the division.
Right.
He's not going to risk anything too crazy with an interception and I'm thinking...
You know what? In hindsight, that's most likely why they didn't push it at the end of the game. Because they would have played for the tie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Instead, we don't get a walk-off touchdown. We get a walk-off interception.
By who?
Ambry Thomas.
What a fitting season end. Well, regular season ender for him.
A guy that's taken so much heat.
So much shit.
In the beginning of the year, why is Diamador Lenore ready and Ambry Thomas isn't? All this stuff.
Yeah.
And he comes out and not only to stop the drive, game-ending walk-off interception.
His first career interception, game-ending walk-off to seal your team. And
the best part is, if you listen to the Greg Papa call,
he
doesn't even know it's a walk-off. It doesn't click in his head that they don't get the game's over.
Right, but
because we scored and it's overtime. There's no more drives.
But there was some concern that he was out of bounds.
That's not what Greg Papa's talking about. That's not because Greg Papa says he's got the interception.
Okay.
They only have one timeout. We're gonna win
the game. Yeah.
And then we won the game. Like he realized, it doesn't matter.
I think that everybody.
It took me a minute.
I was concerned as well that he fell out of bounds and wasn't down.
Correct.
That was my concern. Again, watching without sound.
And I think if I remember correctly, it was a third down when he threw it. Was it? Oh, it's even better. It was a first down.
Yeah, first down. It was the first play.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's absolutely incredible.
Or no, they had a couple.
OBJ wasn't, but it was on a first down when he threw it, though, so they had more plays.
Yeah.
OBJ wasn't even close to it. He wildly underthrew him.
Yeah, not a good ball.
And OBJ's got him beat. Like, if he throws that deep enough, it's possible that that's a problem.
I would have thought OBJ would have came back over the top and swatted that ball down.
I mean, it's possible if Stafford throws that ball right that they score on that. Like, it's possible.
Oh, yeah, if it's thrown deep, for sure. I mean, he may not be able to stop it. I gotcha. So, yeah, but hold on. First of all, Ambry Thomas's interviewing skills are greener than his play this year. He is so raw.
Oh, he's just a kid.
I know, it's so funny. It's so funny. Did you listen to him?
Yeah.
Oh, it was worth it.
I love him.
Oh, it was hysterical.
If you watch the replay of the interception, it happens right on the Rams sideline.
Right, yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
And if you watch the replay, Dre Greenlaw taunts their whole fucking sideline.
Good.
He runs backwards across their sideline, flexing and pointing at his muscles. And I'm like, oh,
yes.
They are going to be fired up.
Oh my God, suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick. It's the Beast of the Week for the playoffs, yeah. What do you think about that?
Interesting.
What do your neighbors think about this?
I doubt anyone's here at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. There is no question that Deebo Samuel is the way he is just a fucking animal. Like, he is in every sense of the football playing term. And easily it could be Deebo, and it probably should be for his play on the field. He threw a touchdown.
Especially given that it's called Beast every
right.
week. Like,
yeah, it's like, yes.
That's what he does.
But yeah, and then you look at Jimmy G's stat line. 22 of 32. That shit's pedestrian. 316 maybe. 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Yeah, not good. But to turn it around, to have the composure, to lead the team, and to put his body on the line, never afraid to go 3rd and 1. What do you call it there? Up the gut. Again, I could call it on the offensive line. I could even call it on Shanahan. I'm giving it to Jimmy. He led the team. He was the man this week.
I just changed my piece of the week.
I said something to change.
No, but the time you were talking made me think. I was going to go a route where I gave it to everybody because look at those lines.
Yeah, no, I
mean,
know.
Ayuk's first game over 100.
Yeah.
What a time to do it.
Juwan Jennings?
To have 3 wide receivers at 94, 95, and 107 is wild.
Oh, yeah.
The whole thing, every single person on that team. For Colton McKivitz to not play a single snap the entire year and to come in and play that well at left tackle for Trent Williams is fucking mind-numbing.
It's like the hardest position to play on the field, right?
Against guys like Von Miller and fucking Aaron Donald. It's mind-blowing.
Fuck Aaron Donald.
Absolutely.
Fuck Aaron Donald.
100% fuck Aaron Donald. But I'm going to give it to Jimmy Garoppolo for more reasons than what you said.
Okay.
I'm
sure
going to give
there's
it
better reasons.
to Jimmy Garoppolo for reasons like you and 35 to 75% of this fan base wanting Trey Lance in this game. And Jimmy not caring. Doesn't care. Steady fucking Jimmy comes out, does his job, brings us to the fucking playoffs. Entire season, he would win a football game and announcers would and fucking reporters would ask him about him being traded in the fucking offseason because Trey Lance is our quarterback of the future. Kyle Shanahan repeatedly telling everyone that Trey Lance is our quarterback of the future. Doesn't bother Jimmy. Jimmy goes out, puts his fucking life on the line, puts his thumb on the line, puts his hand on the line. It just keeps playing fucking football. The closest I ever gave to giving up on Jimmy was a couple weeks ago when I said he owes this franchise nothing for the way they've treated him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play, even though he could. He does the opposite. He comes out and plays and takes us to the fucking playoffs. I'm going to go one step further than giving Jimmy Garoppolo the beast of the week.
Oh, shit.
If we win in Dallas, I want Jimmy Garoppolo on this roster next year.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Okay.
I want another year of Trey Lance fucking getting ready. I want Jimmy Garoppolo on this fucking roster next year if he wins in fucking Dallas.
Okay.
Period.
Nope.
And I don't want to hear anyone tell me otherwise.
Listen, people are entitled to an opinion.
Yeah,
and
people are wrong. People also said we weren't going to make the playoffs, so we should put Trey in.
Okay, listen.
A lot of people said that. A lot of people, a lot of weeks ago, wanted to see Trey Lance because we're out. There's no way we're making the playoffs.
But listen, Bob, listen. Yes, that's very true. But you could have put Trey in and we could have made the playoffs.
Or we could be not in the playoffs.
Right. But we don't know. So,
well, we have a pretty good feeling after watching him play against the Cardinals that we weren't going to the playoffs if he started back then.
Back then, for sure.
Yeah,
but
that's when people wanted him to start.
No, I didn't.
Don't make me get Matterson on the case.
Fuck off. Every time we put time we put it to test, like, come on.
I want Jimmy G in gold and red next year if he beats Dallas.
I guess we're going to see what happens.
And also then we get another year out of our jersey.
That's about the only reason I want it. Because I was ordering jerseys the other day.
After watching Trey play last week, like I see that there's something good there, but I'm not ready to put my fucking Super Bowl hopes in that guy.
I hear you. Neither am I, but a season of starting, I might be.
Yeah, who knows?
All right.
You're right. And a full off season.
Right.
All right, defense.
This
is a hard one. A lot of people played a lot of good ball.
This was one of the most complete games the defense has played. It really was.
I was one of the first people to credit the way Azeez Al-Shaair was playing.
Yeah.
But Dre Greenlaw is different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Okay.
Now, he had a bad penalty.
Which one?
He had, I forget what the penalty was for, but it gave them a first down. It was a problem. It was a bad penalty.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if it was roughing the passer. It was unnecessary. It was a face mask.
Yes, I know it.
And it gave them a first down on a third down. It was a bad penalty, but it was out of wanting more. Like, he was on fire.
Yeah.
He came out on fire. He was talking shit. He was smashing people. This was the middle linebacking core we saw at the beginning of the year, and it made me fucking horny.
Yeah.
And to think if Al-Shaair is there as the third, it's going to get pretty. But this one to me has to go to Eric Armstead.
Okay.
I mean, 2.5 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, 2 tackles. He was everywhere.
Yes.
He was fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And I loved it. They all were game records, like you said. DJ Jones had a sack. Fred Warner, that's his first half sack of the year. Fred had 18 tackles.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy
It's
number. That's a
insane.
Patrick Willis number.
The defense was awesome, and that defense is what gives me hope that no team wants to play this team anywhere, because that's defense travels. And if they get rolling like that early in a game, the way we got rolling in that second half, and can play a full game like that, look the fuck out.
Oh yeah, you may see. So first of all, you see the defense. You see it more on the defense in playoffs. But you know, like how playoff hockey has a different speed, so does defense in the playoffs. They go so hard on every down. The line play in the playoffs, the offensive defensive lines, is a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And you want to take it to that level, our defensive line is going to put you to the test. My defensive beast of the week, D'Amico Ryans. I haven't given it to him all year. He's done it all fucking year. He's delivered, and he delivered in the biggest fucking way this week.
That defense is a defense that can play like they did in 2019, where Jimmy doesn't have to throw the ball. Where we
Yes.
can come out and just run the ball down someone's throat.
If they play like
knowing that our defense is going to shut the other
Absolutely.
offense down.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up because, I was in traffic for fucking, there was a fucking fatalities. I was stuck. It was terrible.
People died in a car accident, and it was terrible because Joe was stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Just to get the record straight.
So listen, we need to sell some t-shirts this week because every time we have a week where I'm selling t-shirts, I promise you, they haven't lost on weeks that I've sold t-shirts. So it's up to you fucking cunts. Don't everybody bombard me this week because we got a playoff run to subdue. But still, a couple people one or two of you buy t-shirts this week. Maybe 3 or 4 of you. I don't give a fuck. All right. Goldbloodedpodcast.bigcartel.com. Get them, please. Give us reviews. However you listen, give us a review. If not, you can just straight up give us cash. www.patreon.com/goldbloodedpodcast. Email us. There's a ton of you have emailed, so we got to be prompt about this. Goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. There's an Instagram. Kern's been doing the best Instagram that he can. Instagram.com/goldbloodedpodcast. We have a sponsor that is, they keep the lights on here at the Gold Blooded Podcast. It's a Lucky Rose Tattoo, Middlebury, Connecticut. If you want a tattoo, you come here, there, or whatever you do. You just make sure you go there.
I'm going to call a bit of a audible here. Mm-hmm. I think while we're here, we should read this review. It'll save us an email later.
Okay.
I don't know where this is from. I don't know where this review is posted.
Okay.
The email came from Chartable Digest.
Okay.
So I don't know where this review goes.
It's via Apple Podcast somewhere.
Oh, so maybe it is here.
Posted on the 22nd of January.
Oh, what's this? Hold on.
Stand by, people. We're doing so. This review looks pretty. It's 5 stars and it looks fucking golden.
We can read it in the email. I just want to see if this is where it is.
I agree. I hear you.
That would be stellar. Yes.
Okay, so let's read it. The title is Stretched Out Starfish. 49er Bob Forever is the author. Was this you?
No.
Okay.
I think it might be an emailer, though, because I saw an emailer that goes by Bob.
He says, I love the fact that my girl always questions me why she always hears me scream laughing from the other room. I would rather have Big Bird scream up my backside eyeballs deep than miss a single episode. I have to wonder if Joey has ever heard of the Yellow River. I doubt it. I'm sure if he had, it would either be bone dry or he would have been...
Does it go more?
Let's go to the email. I doubt it.
I don't know. It cut off.
All right. Well, something about me doing something with the Yellow River. I mean, listen, I know about a yellow shower. I don't know nothing. But hey, Bob, you seem like my type of guy. So stay in touch. Thank you for the kind words. That's that, right?
Yeah.
All right, people, listen. You know the deal. It's playoff shit. We're going to talk about the fucking game next week in the next episode, and then it's on. But tonight, at least, finger fuck your wives in celebration. Or if you're a wife, maybe
finger fuck your husband.
Finger fuck your husband's butthole. Everybody is friends. Bye-bye.